Are you tired of toxic assholes ruining your fantasy football experience? Consider joining us at the Worthless Fantasy Federation. We run multiple different kinds of leagues. We have a 32-team NFL simulation style fantasy league. That's what most of our content is based around. You can see the podcast episodes on the channel here that directly correlate to that league, but we also have a salary cap league where we have custom rules designed around a salary cap simulation. We have a 16-team Dynasty Superflex league. We have multiple best ball leagues. Next year, we'll be introducing another 32-team NFL simulation style league, a 16-team Dynasty IDP league, and another salary cap simulation league using IDP, and much more to come in 2025 and beyond. I pride myself in building this community free of toxicity and the stuff that normally comes along with a fantasy football, free leagues that you find on Reddit or wherever. No toxic assholes here. We're just a group of people trying to have fun. Everybody's welcome. I don't care what walk of life you're from. You're welcome here. And I will do my best to help you have fun in fantasy football again. We are very active. I'm always available to help. If you're new to fantasy football, I have no issue helping you learn and get better. We have free leagues, we have paid leagues, we're expanding all the time and starting new leagues every year. So if you're looking for something different in fantasy football, something less toxic, something a little more serious, or if you're just looking to learn and you want a place to feel accepted and to make friends, consider joining the Worthless Fantasy Federation. Link to our Discord is in the description. Or if you wanted to just reach out and ask some questions, you can, comment here on YouTube. I will answer. You can reach out on Discord. Just join up in the Discord and DM me. I am Worthless Watkins. I really hope you give us a shot. Thanks.
Welcome, DJs, to week 3. It is I, your guy, TJ, along with the only thing in this world that is more backwards than Nick Chubb's knee, Watkins. How are we doing today, Watkins?
Better than Nick Chubb's knee.
Everything's doing better than Nick Chubb's knee.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
I've recently learned that I'm pretty much just very dark humored guy. I started thinking about it yesterday about Aaron Rodgers and what happened to him. And what day did he play on last week?
Yeah, Monday.
Monday? What date was that?
I don't.
Why don't you pull that up real quick for me?
September 11th. I knew that actually off the top of my head.
What team does he play for?
The New York Jets.
So once again on 9/11, another jet goes down.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but
Start.
With that announcements, I don't have any. Chad got his money. Congrats to him for winning Game of the Week. We'll get to that in a minute. We got our new Game of the Week picked out. I don't have anything. Do you?
Not really. It's Tuesday as we're recording this. Another episode of the Madden series went up today. All day today I spent recording and editing. I have recorded, edited, and uploaded 2 more episodes of the Madden series, and the first episode of the first Madden rebuild. Will be another new series starting. So I've been busy today, but I'm not gonna actually publish. I'm not actually gonna publish any of those. We're gonna spread them out. Trying to get some shit in the chamber here.
Making more content than Netflix at this point, boy.
Trying. Just wait. Sneak peek for everybody for the first episode of the new N24 kind of rebuild thing I'm doing. St. Louis gets a team again.
Hell yeah. I'm excited about that already. All right. So now we're on to week 2 results. We'll go over the results. We'll pop into the standings real quick. We'll take a peek at the MVP race. It's only week 2, but we'll look at the offensive and defensive players who are rocking it so far after 2 weeks, and then we'll go into our new picks and reveal the game of the week. So over here we've got
A lot of
always me.
upsets this week.
There were a few. Me taking care of the Texans, although I should have done better. Chicago Bears taking care of the Packers, 182, 54, 59, 60.
2-0, baby.
Good job. Yeah, good job for beating the two bottom 5 teams in the league.
Hell yeah.
Minnesota came back with a vengeance,
Yeah, they
beating
did.
Detroit 247 to 123. We've got Dallas beating out Philly, making Philly 1-1, 198 to 157. We got our first upset, which is the Giants actually taking down the Redskins,
Technically,
173 to 146.
the Cowboys winning was our first upset. We all picked the Eagles to win. All of us.
Yeah, but they're both good teams.
Yeah.
We didn't really think the Giants would be
No.
able to beat something like the Redskins. So
No, we did not.
Falcons holding on barely and beating the Buccaneers 164 to 131. That is 2 really good games by the Bucks.
They just traded away some more players, though. They just traded away Rashad White and somebody else, so they're getting worse.
Going to tank mode. Panthers over the Saints 220 to 156. We got Seattle beating San Francisco 196 to 149.
San Fran falls to 0-2.
Yeah, the Cardinals edging out the Rams 139 to 134. Happy about that. We've got the Bungles beating the Ravens 149 to 61. Game of the week, we have Pittsburgh handily beating Team Ulmer after Nick Chubb's knee exploded into 18 billion pieces, 208 to 133. The Bills over the Jets 176 to 161. Dolphins over the Patriots 207 to 135. Titans upsetting the Colts 198 to 190.
That was a
very
big one.
much. Thank you. Kansas City doing what they do, to beating LA 208 to 138, and Broncos Country riding on to victory 207 to 131. So a few upsets.
Yeah.
We'll look at the standings here real quick. Bears in sole position of the NFC North 2-0. You got Dallas 2-0, the only 2-0 team in the NFC East, with Philadelphia losing this week. In the South, we've got the Panthers and Falcons, as expected, both at 2-0. In the West, it is up in the air. We got Seahawks, Cardinals, and Rams all at 1-1.
The favorite at the bottom 0-2.
Yeah. Although the Seahawks, in terms of points for, are
That's
really
true. Yeah.
blowing that out. In the North, Pittsburgh is 2-0, so they are the only ones in first there. And then again in the East, you got Buffalo, Miami, and New York all at 1-1. Actually, Miami and Buffalo are both throwing up points on that one, with New York not too far behind, only 40 points difference. That can be made up in a week. In the South, the Colts, and the Titans all are 1-1 as well. Colts with about a 50-point lead. Once again, not too bad, but I don't want them to score anymore. Stop it. And then in the West, we got the Chiefs and the Broncos at 2-0, as expected, just destroying. Kansas City Chiefs leading the universe in points for.
Yeah.
A little sad face next to their points for. Oh. Oh, and they got a little poopy face.
Oh, that means that it was the. It's not a sad face. It's a. Oh, you'd have to look at the recap thing. That's the best and
it's
worst.
Because they have the best points. Yeah. I know. I just never noticed that until just now.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that being said, we will go ahead and actually let's look at the updated pick'em.
All right. After week 2, for week 2, TJ got 12 of 16 for 75% correct, and me and the WFF got 11 of 16 correct for 69%. So TJ edged us out by 1 game this week. The really big thing is that I went with the Browns for the game of the week, where everybody else went for the Steelers. So I just shot my lead in the foot right there. But really, it's all the games that you know that were upsets that we all got wrong. We all thought the Eagles would beat the Cowboys. We all thought the 49ers would beat the Seahawks. We all thought the Commanders would beat the Giants. And then the Cardinals, or we all thought the Colts would beat the Titans. And then the Cardinals-Rams game was the only one where you and I chose the Cardinals, and they did win, but the WFF chose the Rams.
Yeah.
So
Puts us all
that
in
brings the total points up to TJ 23 with a grand total of 72% correct, me up to 24 with a grand total of 75% correct, and the WFF at 23 also with 72% correct. So I'm in the lead by 1 point, but that doesn't factor in bonus points, which I've decided I'm going to keep separate and add at the end of the year just to see how big of a difference the bonus points make in the end, and it's easier on me math-wise. So if you factored in the bonus points right now, we are in a three-way tie with 25 points each.
I dig it.
Yeah.
We're all good. We're all good at our job. Good. All right. So on to the big scores for the first 2 weeks. We'll go ahead and do the offense first. So in stats, we've got Tyreek Hill 62, Pook at 52,
Damn.
and 50. So those are our top 3 offensive players, and they're all wide receivers, which is really weird.
Yep, no quarterbacks. Not even really in the top 10 there that I see. All wide receivers and running backs.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like quarterbacks are just not producing right now. But as it goes, quarterbacks they tend to start gelling more later in the year. So who is our first quarterback? We've got
I was gonna
Herbert.
say, I think that you weren't on
Oh,
the
I
super
had
flex spot.
yeah. There we
Yeah.
go. Super flex. Still going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The
Yeah.
player. So 1 out of the top 10 is a quarterback. Still pretty crazy. Ironically, it's somebody who hasn't even won a game in real life yet. So
Yeah.
it just shows that sometimes the worst teams are the best ones to draft. So yeah, he got 62, 52, 50 on the IDP flex side. We've got TJ Watt at 77.
Dude, he's having a
Hunter,
hell of a first 2 weeks. TJ Watt's a
Hunter,
monster.
Hunter at 65 and Franklin at 55. All 3 linebackers. Not really looking great for defensive backs. The first one comes in at 8th at 49 points. So, and only one actual true one actual true defensive lineman only, DeForest Buckner. So, offense, like I said, tends to take a little while, but I mean it's not too skewed yet.
No.
But it all tends to average out by the end of the season anyway. So
Yeah.
So Jersey Fish, you are leading right now, and then Steel Curtain, you are leading on the on the defensive end of the ball with
People probably
TJ Watt.
forget, but that's part of our payout. Is the person with the offensive and defensive player that each get $20.
Was it 20? I
Yep.
couldn't remember. I thought
Yep. It's
10 or
money
20.
money back.
Money. All right. Well, so with all of week 2 done, let's go ahead and jump into week 3. Week 3, we'll go ahead and start picking our pick'ems. First, we got me versus the Bungles. I am very torn over this. I'm gonna go with me because I'm not 100% sure that uh, fucking quarterback, can't think of his name right off the bat.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, there we go, Joe Burrow. I'm looking right at him on this screen. I could not think of his name. He's questionable,
Yeah.
and if he doesn't play, Lawrence should have a better week than he did last week.
You would hope so.
I'm going to say that with all my offensive players, actually.
Yeah.
The only one that I don't think will have a great week is I think Jacobs because he's playing Pittsburgh. Yeah, they're at Pittsburgh, so or at home against Pittsburgh. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with Jaguars reluctantly.
I am also going with the Jaguars, so that should make you feel a little bit better.
It doesn't, but thank you.
I'm rooting for you.
Falcons and Bears. This was closer to 50-50. What the fuck just happened?
The Falcons made some trades, I think, so his lineup might not be super set.
All right, let's find out. He's got a couple of zero projections up there now. Okay, well, Bears and Falcons. This actually was in contention for game of the week, but I know at some point that the Bears are going to be a game of the week further on in the year, and the Falcons as well, because they play me and fuck the Falcons. So that's hard pinned in game of the week unless I'm like 2-6 by then. So
Right.
this is a hard one.
Yeah. My first
I'm
true
going
test.
I'm going to go. It was 50-50 and I was leaning towards Atlanta. I'm going to stick with Atlanta. I think Atlanta pulls it out.
Okay.
God, I hate myself.
Why? Oh, for having to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna choose the Bears, baby. I'm
Okay.
I'm
Well,
steamrolling these motherfucking Falcons.
you're not a homer at all. Um, Packers and Saints. I got Saints.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints have shown that they're not exactly the tankiest of tanking teams, and the Packers definitely are. So I am
Yeah.
likewise going with the Saints.
Another good game, possible game of the week, but we decided to go somewhere else. Was Vikings Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Panthers on this because I think the defense right now is where to be at on this at the beginning of the year. So
Vikings had a really good week this week, but the Panthers. I mean, the Panthers shot up there. I think they've got the second most points scored through week 2. I'd have to look at the standings again. I don't remember.
well, the main thing for me is the Panthers have Brian Robinson.
we don't gotta get into that yet. I said eventually. It's only week 2. You just wait. He has
I'll
looked a
wait till
lot better than I was gonna give him credit for, though. I will say
he
that.
will be a top 5 running back at the end of this year.
I hope not. Actually, I have him in a couple
9.
leagues. I kind of hope so.
Dude got shot and was back out on the field
Yeah.
in like 3 weeks. It's who do you got? Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Panthers also. It's hard to bet against them right now with that defense.
Detroit and Tampa. Detroit seems to not know what the hell they want to do. They were tanking. Now they're getting some people in there. Tampa, I think, is trying to tank.
Yeah, I think they're
Which
finally kind of starting to sell some pieces off to go, not like full tank just yet, but they're getting closer.
yeah, they've got some guys in here that are probably not going to score any points. I'm going to go with the projection on this one and go with the Lions.
I'm also going with the Lions just for the fact that it seems like Slow Mid is finally starting to accept his fate and may actually sell even more players off before the start of this next week. So I'm going to also go with the Lions.
Okay. Another true test: Philly and San Francisco. I can't. It's hard for me to think Philly would go 1-2, but it's also hard for me to think that San Francisco would start off 0-3.
Yeah.
I I'm going to go. I'm going to go against the projections, and I'm going to go with Philadelphia.
Interesting. Okay. I'm going to go with the 49ers. I know it's hard to bet against the Eagles, but they've got some injuries they're dealing with in their like ideal lineup, and I don't know. I can't bet against the 49ers for another week. Like they got to win eventually.
Okay.
They're too good to keep losing.
Cowboys Rams. Cowboys are on fire, so I'm sticking with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams have showed that they can put up some points, but I don't think they make it past the Cowboys.
Cardinals and Giants. The Giants just had one of the upsets of this week. And the Cardinals are probably where I would expect them to be at 1-1. Projected to win by about 25 points. Man, did I go with the Cardinals 3 weeks in a row?
You're 1-1 on your Cardinals picks, so
I mean, Here's the thing, though. Yeah. With all of the Giants playing in San Francisco, I got to go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's a similar reason to why I am also going the Cardinals. I don't like the Giants matchup this week, and just every week that goes by, I like the rookies a little more.
Yep. Colts and Ravens. Got to go with the Colts.
Yeah, I don't, they got upset by the Titans, but I don't see any way that they really follow the Colts unless the Ravens have a fucking clinic.
Team Ulmer versus the Texans. Even though Ulmer said he is going to start tanking now, I don't see him beating losing to the Texans. So beating them in terms of golf score, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, Team Ulmer.
Yeah, definitely Team Ulmer. I don't see any way that he could get that bad that quickly.
Pittsburgh and Tennessee. Tennessee had a good game, but Pittsburgh is 2-0, and
They
they're
are,
winning.
yeah, they are on a tear.
They're finding a way to win. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
I am likewise picking the Steelers.
Bills Chargers going with Bills.
Bills Chargers, I am also going to go with the Bills. No reason that they should lose to the Cardinals.
Jets and Broncos. Broncos have a few questionable starters, although I think they're both going to play. Haven't really heard much about Ayuk. I didn't even know he's hurt, honestly. Limited in practice, so he's playing. Yeah, Broncos. Let's ride.
Definitely Broncos. I mean, yeah, the Jets have another team that have shown that they can put up points, but the Broncos are one of the best teams in the league, and I don't think they fall to a mid team.
Miami and Vegas, another close one. Raheem the Dream had a good week. I don't see him having another good week like that. I'm gonna go against the projections again. I'm going with the Raiders.
Really, I'm gonna stick with the Dolphins. I know the Raiders had a crazy week 1, but I don't know. I like the Dolphins team just a little bit better this week, I think.
Okay. Kansas City, New England. Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, there's no shot, right, that they don't start the year 3-0.
Yeah, pretty much. Which leaves us to one game left, which is what we chose to be the game of the week. Seattle Seahawks versus Washington Redskins. 58% to 42%. Projections aren't super close to some of the other games, but I feel like this is a great spot to highlight these two teams. They're both 1-1, so they're both fighting to get to that 2-1, that winning record, and it should be a great game. So, as usual, we'll go through every position, talk about who we like in that position more, and then we'll pick our picks. So, first at our running backs, we got Walker versus Williams. I'm not a big Williams fan.
Me neither.
I think that
Give me
Denver's going
K9
to
all
have.
day.
Yeah, I think Denver's going to have to throw the ball more often. So,
Especially playing Miami.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a Walker guy. I don't like Walker that much either, but he's going to run all over Carolina. So
yeah.
Wide receiver ones. We got Brown versus No Hands Tony. No brainer there.
Yeah, give me AJ Brown all day.
Really on wide receiver 2, we got Metcalf and Jahan Dotson. A little bit closer, but I'm still going with DK on that.
I'm also gonna go with DK Metcalf.
Tight ends, we got Noah Fant and Dalton Kincaid. Kincaid at Washington and Fant against Carolina. I'm probably going to go. I probably want Kincaid.
Yeah, I likewise. I'm gonna take Kincaid there.
All right. And then on our two flexes, we've got Evans and ETN and Shaheed and Bateman. Again, I don't. The Seahawks offense is just really good.
I really like Heed, but you can't. The Seahawks offense is a buzzsaw.
Yeah, that's where their bread and butter is. So, quarterback, we've got Smith and Howell. Most weeks I would probably, well, super flex, I guess I should say. Most weeks I would probably pick anybody other than Gino, but I'm gonna go with Gino on this one. Although Sam, oh man, he is
Panthers got a
playing
good
against.
defense. It's Panthers defense for Geno Smith and the Bills defense for Sam Howell. It's not good for either one of them.
Yeah,
Geno Smith
how's
gonna have Brian Burns and Frankie Louvu screaming into his face every fucking play.
Hal's probably gonna have to throw the ball more though. I'm gonna go Hal.
Yeah,
think Hal's a better.
I think I'd take Howell in this matchup.
All right, IDPs. We got Brooks versus Bennett. Bennett doesn't even get a picture. Um,
It's Brooks all day. Jordan Brooks is a fucking nasty
who
human
is
being.
this? He landed in Vegas and
Yeah,
he
he's a
scored
rookie.
14 points both weeks.
Jordan Brooks
mean,
is a nasty motherfucker, dude. It's Jordan Brooks all day.
Yeah, it's gonna be Brooks. Defensive linemen, we got Newuso and Smith versus Young and Walker.
I mean, Walker had a really good week 1 and a quiet week 2. And Chase Young didn't play week 1, but had a monster game week 2 with a sack and a half.
I think I'm going on Washington's side for this one.
Yeah, I'm taking Washington sides on that. Preston Smith is pretty good. He's just old, but he gets the tackles. But I think I'm taking Young and Walker there. They're way more likely to get sacks.
Okay. Linebackers, we got Barton and Davis and Queen and another Davis. I think the linebackers are probably no contest with Queen being over there. He pretty much just.
Barton's pretty good, and Demario Davis has had one of the best starts to a season there is.
41 points.
Yeah, Demario Davis is a menace out there right now. Now, Patrick Queen, yeah. I mean, I'll take Patrick Queen all day. But I don't know. I mean, if Cody Barton and Demario Davis kind of repeat,
I'm going on Washington's side still.
I think I'm going to take Washington's side too, but it's going to be a lot closer than you think there, I think.
Defensive backs, Bates and Adams versus Curl and Holland. It won't be Adams, it looks like. It says out. He set the practice full this week, so I guess he's playing. So he has missed the first.
Yeah, hasn't played yet.
Yeah. So
Jesse Bates did have a monster week 1, and then didn't do shit week 2.
And then you got Cameron Curl, who is Cameron Curl.
Cameron Curl's very good. And Jamal Highland is even better.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I would say Curl's probably better than Holland, but maybe it's just because he's older.
I mean, if
I feel like Curl's been in the league for forever, but
he hasn't.
Apparently it's only been. Maybe he's just that good that.
If Adams doesn't play, he's got either Reek Woolen or Quandre Diggs, and Quandre Diggs would probably be the choice to start there, but he has had a pretty quiet season so far. So
I'm still going with Washington.
Yeah, I'm taking Washington there. So we took every side of Washington's defense and every side of Seahawks offense.
Pretty much.
Except for the tight end.
And Superflex and IDP, but you get the picture. Yeah. Any names popping off
on the bench?
I see Peoples-Jones,
Demario Douglas, Luke Musgrave for the offense. Musgrave and Kincaid both have had decent weeks. It's probably a toss-up on which one of them is actually better to start.
See Robinson at defensive tackle. He's a pretty decent defensive tackle. He's just old, I think.
Yeah. Commanders got even more like good players on defense that either had quiet weeks or haven't had the best start or are hurt, like Jalen Phillips and Blankenship, but there's not really anybody jumping out that's better to start on either side of the ball for either of them.
Okay.
So it really comes down to, do you pick the Commanders defense to win or do you pick the Seattle Seahawks offense to win?
I am going to go. I'm going to stick.
Hard choice.
I've been saying all year I'm sticking with defense, but I think I'm going to go Seattle on this one.
Defense wins championships, and for that reason, I'm going to pick the Seattle Seahawks. That's what I just heard.
Pretty much.
But I likewise am going to pick the Seattle Seahawks to win. I think it's going to be really close, and it could go either way, but I'm going to lean Seahawks.
Okay.
So we disagreed on 3 games this week.
Yeah, because you're not a risk taker.
I mean, I took just as much risk as you, technically.
All right. Anyway, let's get to what the people want or predict. Do you see this before now, or do you just
No,
pull it
I,
up for the
I
first time?
wait until now. I look at the response number every once in a while
Okay.
to make sure that people are actually responding, but I don't look at the picks until right now.
All right. We'll bring up that screen. Let's take a look.
We got 13 responses this week.
About on par for what we normally get. I think
Yep.
it was like 15, 11, now 13. So we're pretty much the means right here.
Yep. I'm lagging like a motherfucker. All right. The WFF Bears versus Falcons chose the Bears 7-6.
Oh, okay. By
You're,
one. That's
you're on
crazy.
an island there. Packers Saints 9-4 in favor of the Saints. People think it's going to be closer than it's going to be, and I hate to tell you guys, the Saints are going to roll over the Packers like they're nothing. Vikings Panthers, another one split by only one vote in favor of the Vikings, actually 7-6.
Okay.
Interesting. Lions Buccaneers, we got Buccaneers over the Lions 10-3. Damn. That might be a case of the fact that a lot of these votes came in earlier in the week before the Buccaneers made some of those trades, and we have the luxury of waiting until, the day before the week starts essentially to make our picks, whereas these guys might have voted on these like days ago.
That's that home field advantage.
Yes, it's well, and we're also only one person each, whereas they are a collective. We got to take our little advantage where we can get it.
Right.
Eagles 49ers only separated by one vote. 49ers over the Eagles 7-6. Couple of games you're on a lone island there with your pick.
Worked for
Cowboys,
me last.
yeah, Cowboys Rams, no surprise here, 12-1. I still, this one person. Who are you?
That's probably the Rams owner.
Giants
I don't know.
Cardinals 8-5 in favor of the Giants.
What?
Yeah, they're going
Okay.
out on a limb this week. Commanders Seahawks, our game of the week, separated by one vote in favor of the Seahawks. So we're all picking the Seahawks to win. So
Okay. Well, that's
we're either all
good.
getting our bonus point or none of us are.
Who was wrong?
Ravens Colts 10-3 in favor of the Colts. Bengals Jaguars 12-1 in favor of the Jaguars.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys have way more faith in me than you should.
Yeah. Browns Texans, of course, 100% for the Browns to win. No surprise there. Steelers Titans, yeah, 12-1 in favor of the Steelers to roll over the Titans. I think it might end up being closer than that, but just like us, Steelers look unstoppable right now. Bills Chargers 10-3 in favor of the Bills. I don't know. The Chargers have shown that they can put up points, but I don't know that they're making it through the Bills. Jets Broncos, 11-2 in favor of the Broncos. No surprise there. Dolphins Raiders only split by one vote, 7-6 in favor of the Dolphins.
Okay.
And Patriots Chiefs, of course, 12-1 in favor of the Chiefs. Again, who are you? Who are you? What? I don't know. But that's what we got there. That is your picks.
All right. That's awesome. So we have quite a bit of a mix there. I think I'm on a lone island for like 3 games. So
Yes, you are.
that's all right. When I take over first place after this week, you guys might start picking some of those underdogs too.
Maybe.
Upsets every week. Every week. There's 3 or 4 upsets. So he goes. He just left me all by myself. Hello, world.
Yeah, I'm right here. You're fine. Just because I'm not on camera frame doesn't mean I'm not here.
All alone in this world.
I needed more to drink.
All right. Well, with that, there is our predictions for this week. Good luck to everybody out there except for Cincinnati and Atlanta. Because always Atlanta.
You picked the Falcons to win, though.
Yeah, but still doesn't mean I'd rather take that hit.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I'd rather
Fuck
I'd rather
Atlanta.
take that hit. Yeah, fuck Atlanta. All right, and with that, is there anything you want to end on?
I don't think so. Looking forward to
I
week
have
3. What?
one thing. Are you gonna ever go through and do the whole uh council? Not council. Yeah, I guess
Council of
moderators.
Worthless, yeah, moderators for the main Discord. Yeah, eventually. It's not, it was never meant to be a thing I was going to do right away.
It's. I mean,
Do you need help moderating the server, TJ? Are we doing a poor job moderating the server? Do we need another moderator right now?
I could use a break.
Oh, yeah? What do you do for the main Discord server that you need a break from?
I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, what are they?
Things.
Oh, okay.
I run this ship.
Yeah. I will, I'll get like some people eventually. There's
All right. Just making sure you're still aware that that's a thing.
Yeah, there's just no rush. I'll pull some people and eventually hand them the meaningless title for now in preparation for the future when we have actually more people and may actually need moderators.
It is pretty meaningless, but clout, man. Everybody loves clout.
That's true.
All right, that's all I had. So,
Yeah.
if you have nothing else, we're done.
I don't think so. Watch the
All
Madden
right.
series as they come up. This is gonna come out tomorrow, and then I'll drop another episode of the Madden on Friday, and then I might drop the first episode of the Rebuild on Saturday. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna keep trying to turn shit out. Maybe I'll get to the point where we're dropping shit like 4 times a week. Working on it.
That's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So with that, we will see you all in another week, and hopefully I'll be in the lead at that point. See you guys.